This is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They've both just been to the doctor, and it hasn't been good news. Mrs. Smith has just been diagnosed with COPD, and Mr. Smith needs to go into hospital for an operation. They're both worried about being in hospital for long periods of time, but the doctor and surgeon have got a trick up their sleeve. A new device called MonitorMe. It means Mr. Smith can be out of hospital sooner than he expected, and Mrs. Smith won't have to leave her cats. MonitorMe is a new device that measures blood oxygen levels, temperature, ECG and heart rate, and calculates pulse transit time, which is linked to blood pressure. The doctor reassures Mrs. Smith that it's simple to use. All you do is plug MonitorMe in place of your existing phone, and it does the rest, recording your vital signs without you even noticing. Use it exactly the same way as you do a normal telephone. MonitorMe is connected to a telephone service that schedules a series of automated calls as required to suit your condition at any time of the day. During the phone call, your vital signs are measured whilst you respond to questions about how you're feeling. This is all sent back to a monitoring station, which keeps a check on your vitals over a long period of time. If anything looks strange, an alert is automatically generated. Your doctor or nurse can review your vital signs remotely and see the same information they would get at the hospital bedside. MonitorMe has recognised Mrs. Smith's temperature is low, and an alert has been created. A further set of vital signs measurements are requested, and these confirm the original data, and so a local nurse is scheduled to visit. The nurse recognises that the house is cold, and the boiler's not working, and helps Mrs. Smith arrange some repairs. She's also concerned about a possible chest infection, and asks Mrs. Smith to start a programme of antibiotics. Mr. Smith's operation has been a success, and knowing MonitorMe is available, he's discharged home 2 days early. He arrives to a nice warm house and a fit and well Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith continue to use MonitorMe, and are delighted it helps them retain their independence. Mr. and Mrs. Smith and all the other patients across the network say thank you, and it's all down to MonitorMe.